So technically it's not a VerBot. You know, probably the least favorite of all of the TOMY robots. It's a KiKuZo, the Japanese version of the VerBot. But there's something else about this one. This is
Robot Garage.
That's right, it's the KiKuZo, and I have the robot, the remote, and the little book here as well. And there sure are a lot of stickers on this, and I don't imagine most of those will be coming back. It's also very, very yellow, and even the blue up here is turned almost green from it. Hopefully it's not going to just be brittle and breaking apart. I can see I'll be making some molds to recreate these tires, because those are gone. But inside the battery compartment here is what I want to show you. As you can see, there is a spot for a 9-volt battery. And on other VerBots, the later ones, this is all blocked off. Supposedly that 9-volt was to keep the memory. So when you turned it off, it didn't lose all the memory of the commands. But for some reason, they abandoned that later on. There are Western VerBots that have that as well. I have seen them, but this is the first one of those that I've had on my channel, so let's look inside. Got all these stickers. You can see how yellow it is. Definitely caused by UV light, that's for sure. Okay, this one has some silver box thing on the back here. Looks like power going in, power coming out. Here's my very first VerBot that I did a video on. And I actually retrobrited this arm, and you can see it went back to yellow. Not as bad, but it did. And the bottom went back, got knocked off the other day, and this went smashy, and you can see how brittle this plastic is now. The screw posts are still here for whatever that thing is. Okay, there's some difference here. This one actually has some resistors stuck to it. See, this one, they fixed that problem. E147E01, and this one is 06. So there's actually at least 6 versions. You can see it's practically the same thing, except for this section here. There's a chip here, so that must be some memory or something different. But these 2 chips are the same. I think I'll take this off now. You can unplug you. The only different screw, those little wafer screws. We'll take this screw out here, a little tiny one. Take this antenna, and now I'm going to do solder right here. So there's the mystery box right there. There's the mystery. That's what had to be shielded. Capacitors, resistors, some sort of coils, probably a transistor. I guess it's just to smooth out the electricity. It's the only thing I can think of what that does. Take this power off. Get through the corrosion. Okay, yellow still going down in there. It's keeping me from getting this off. This here. Where's that going? It's going into there. Let's just take these off. Why did they put it through that? That's stupid. Alright, I'm taking it off of there. Okay, that's better. I'll actually take this off. This is a switch here that has to do with the arms. Seems like all from here on in is practically the same thing. This thing uses the same little planetary gear system, except it's a little different. What happens is the motor spins this one direction, and then when it hits these certain little switches, it makes it spin the other direction. And it's like a little ratchet system. So one direction, this whole thing will spin. When it goes the other direction, it locks into place, and it'll only spin the planetary gears. It's this little guy right here. So here's the little ratcheting part. So as it spins this way, nothing happens, but then when it spins the other way, it locks here, and then it just spins the gears. There's a rubber gear. That's just to protect it, so if something gets forced it to stop, it'll just grind this rubber gear. These are all idle gears. These are all be fine. This one's for raising and lowering the arms. So these are all the little switches when they get pushed down by this thing. So as this spins, when it finally pushes the right one, that's when it knows to spin the other direction, and it locks into place. So I did find a difference in the mechanics. This one right here, this one has this spring here, and it has this little shape. This is the same thing, but there's no spring. Wonder why. Wonder what the spring is for. Go ahead and give this switch a little cleaning down here. I think I'm going to go ahead and take these off now. This one goes here. this one, which doesn't have the spring. And the ratcheting is here. Okay, I want to use this plate here. So take these off. Desolder. I'm also going to use these pieces. So this can come off. The plates are essentially the same, except this one has Japanese writing on it. I can always put the decal on later. I'm going to go ahead and put this together. Yep, we'll replace these pieces. You can see that there's some of that green corrosion. Not quite the blue. Starting to get some of the blue color. If you're wondering what kind of fancy riveting system I have to put these back, well, I don't have a fancy riveting system. If you know of one, let me know. I'm just taking some pretty thin brass, 0.43 millimeters. Cut it. Make a little something like that. Yeah, so I just have a drill bit. Put it there. The blunt in. Well, there's one. So some bad things happened here. They did turn blue. They're not greenish blue anymore. That's for sure. But then again, they're not that blue when you compare to the other piece. And oh yeah, they broke. I got some of this stuff. Plastic welder. And I'm going to give this a shot. Let's See how well this does. That was doing it that way. Let's try this way. Let's go for on that edge. There, right there. Now hopefully I can get these back on without having to take all this stuff back off. Okay, the orange wraps around to here. And then these came over to here. Here's the decal. I don't know if it has enough stickum left to it or not. I'm going to go ahead and change this out. KS0783, KS04783. Huh, they look like the exact same thing. I almost forgot the decal. Sprayed them with some spray 77. So there's my version of a first generation KiKuZo. Now I don't know where I got the idea that the extra 9-volt down there was to keep the memory. I don't know if someone told me that or it was a fever dream. No idea. But I don't think that's the case because this one seems to work and it doesn't do that. And it would be strange that everything works on here except for that. I think it was just part of electronics, a different way of working. Because when you take the 9-volt out and turn it on, it turns on the motor because the motor uses the 2C batteries. And when you push the buttons, the little LED flashes up here, but the main LED doesn't come on. And it doesn't work, of course. And it's the opposite if you leave in the 9-volt and take out the AA's. But hey, if you have one that retains its memory, please let me know. But I don't think they do that. Anyway, you ready to see this thing in action? Robot stop. Talk to me. Arms up. Down arms. Go forward. Move back. Turn left. Rotate right. Rotate right. Robot, stop. Talk to me. Turn left. Go forward. Robot, stop. Rotate right. Arms up. Rotate right. Go forward. Turn left. Go forward. Turn left. Go forward. Robot, stop. Rotate right. Robot, stop. Go forward. Robot, stop. Down arms. Talk to me. So you see, it works about as well as any VerBot works. Anyway, if you like this video, I sure would appreciate a big thumbs up. If you want to see more, of course, hit that subscribe button. I want to thank these people right here. These are patrons. These are the people helping me out. These are the people keeping the channel going. These are the people bringing you the KiKuZo, the first generation KiKuZo, and how it works and whatnot. So I thank them oh so very, very much. And if you'd like to become a patron, of course, there are links. There's the thank you button, PayPal donation, all that stuff. That's all about making videos that I put out every week. Anyway, thanks for watching. That was
VerBot Garage.
Rotate right. Turn left. Sorry. Go forward. Turn left. Go forward. Rotate right. Robot, stop. Go forward. Robot.